Boys, welcome. Please lift the cloche.
It's subtly hidden.
What's it doing? Nothing.
Oh, okay.
Take a look in the front, look at the contraption. Today we've got our chef Ben and home cook Jamie reviewing some crazy contraptions to see, well, firstly, if they can work out what the heck they are and if they are any good.
Okay.
We've got a ramp.
We've got a chute.
And then we've got a bunch of rollers. You've turned it on.
Oh! Now we can see in there, it rolls something into an ellipse shape.
Oh.
And therefore, I'm going to go with dumpling wrappers.
Or bow buns.
Ebbers. This is the electric dumpling wrapper machine.
Oh.
This machine takes all the hard work out of creating dumpling wrappers. Simply feed the dough into the top of the machine and it'll press and eject perfect dumpling wrappers in seconds. 60 wrappers per minute.
That's one per second.
What I would say is, we've done similar gadgets before that are supposed to fill gyoza or dumplings, and it was a terrible, terrible thing. I hope that this, which is just going to do the rolling, is more efficient.
Can we give it a go?
We're going to have to, aren't we? Now imagine you're in a restaurant. There are 60 dumpling wrapping orders coming in. Get going!
So yeah, dust the chute, dust the brush,
Right.
dust the plate that we're going to put them on, and then hope for the best. I'm just going to commit and drop it in.
Go on.
It's pulling it in nice and slow.
Why is it not coming out?
No, it's going round.
Oh, no, stop. Oh, back. Oh, it's definitely rolled it.
Do you want...
No, I think we're good now. Let's try again.
Going in, down.
What's coming out?
Going into
Nothing
the roller.
coming out.
Oh, we got one.
Oh, that is...
Oh, the rollers are dirty. Oh, that's not... No, that's not right.
Well, you tell you what.
They're consistent.
Consistent crescent.
Yeah.
Well, maybe that's okay.
This gadget is a professional gadget. It's not meant for home cooks, so it's going to take a bit of time to dial in. You do have two little knobs in the kitchen there with you.
We've twisted that one.
Dials. We have two different dials.
Yeah.
So I don't really understand what the
It's going
brush is
in.
doing.
Oh.
Oh, that one's...
We missed the plate. They're better.
They're better.
Where's the plate gone, Ebbers?
Who needs a plate when you've got a hand? So I feel like the machine needs a bit of cleaning.
Yeah.
Even though it's after its first, because it's spitting out a little bit of dirt, but these are much better. Well, we've got enough to make lunch, and if we kept going, we'd have enough to feed an entire restaurant.
So to compare that to doing it by hand, rolling it that thin, firstly, is a challenge. As soon as you take an industrial gadget and bring it into the home, you see how big and clever these things are.
And look, we're not suggesting this is something that domestic cooks go and buy, but now we're rocking.
Nice.
1 hippopotamus, 2 hippopotamus, 3 hippopotamus, about 1 a second-ish.
Okay, ish. You've also got a prawn filling there, so should we make some, taste some, and talk about it?
Put the dumplings on the steam and come back in 2 minutes.
They're good-looking dumplings.
Such a fine skin that you can pretty much see the texture and the bobble of the filling within it.
Yeah.
And the only way you could get that is to buy the pre-made ones, I would argue. They're so difficult to get that fine. And I'd say that's even possibly finer than some of the ones you buy.
Should we try some?
Yes. I've no doubt the filling will be good. Pork and prawn and the 3 aromats. So ginger, garlic, spring onion. Yeah. I mean, look at that. Super fine skin, which means it steams really quickly. They were in there for, once it was steaming, 3 minutes maybe.
It's perfectly consistent. That is what I'd expect from a professional dumpling. I couldn't make that at home.
And when you compare it to the perhaps thicker dumplings that are also hot water dumplings, like a pierogi, sometimes they're deliberately a bit thicker, a bit chewier, they're more robust. These are delicate, dainty dim sum.
Let's talk price. Now, obviously this is an industrial gadget, so we are talking at a much higher level than our usual kitchen gadgets. What do you think it costs?
Always impossible to guess. However, what I would say is it's sturdy, it's weighty, it feels made to last, and it's one of those things that I would imagine, I have absolutely nothing to go on, it would continue to churn out dumpling wrappers for years to come.
I reckon 250 quid.
Oh, I was going to go just shy of 200, 100 and like 19999.
238.
Ooh.
As is always the case, absolutely nothing to go on to compare it to, so no comment other than it does its job.
Question is, are you going to chuck it in the dumpling or are you going to wrap it up for yourself?
I think we can wrap this up for the studio. I definitely don't need it myself.
You've not got room in your flat for this.
No.
Yeah, wrap it up for the studio.
Nice. Next one. Boys, lift the cloche.
Ta-da! Ooh, funnel. I didn't know what to expect under there.
It's got the look of a coffee machine. Lots of buttons, a countdown.
More specifically, one of those buttons is temperature.
Yeah.
Jamie, let's talk verbs. What is it doing?
Heating,
Yes.
It's a grinder of
grinding,
sorts. Mashing.
What is a sausage machine doing?
Forcing.
pushing,
Another word?
pressing.
Yes.
It's a presser.
This is an oil press. This machine will press seeds and nuts into oils. It can effectively process over 30 types of seeds and nuts, making it a reliable tool for oil extraction.
So this
Here
is
we go. Baz, name 30 nuts or seeds.
No. That game.
so this is an industrial way to get nut oil.
Yes.
Right.
Here's my nut and here's my seed.
So peanuts and sesame seeds.
Yeah. Now this machine can press oils in two ways. One, cold, the other, hot. Two very different reasons.
So for example, like a cold pressed rapeseed oil that spits out, keeps a lot of the micronutrients and minerals and richness. However, now you've given us that, would it also toast? So it would become like a toasted
sesame
oil.
Yeah, so cooking them releases the oils and also more aromats.
We're on. Temperature's at 200 degrees.
Putting a temperature on the side says to me that that's working as an oven rather than it's not just frying, it's encapsulating the entire thing.
So I think this is heating.
Yeah.
I'm presuming we put in the funnel, and the only journey these nuts or seeds make is there. So it is the coil that must be getting really hot, and in the time it takes from here to here, it's just enough to heat them up.
Temperature is up to 200. The thermostat keeps flicking between 190 and 200. If I put some nuts in, should we turn it on and see what happens?
See what happens.
All right, turn it on.
So it's a little bit first,
There's a little bit dropping through here.
straight away.
Oh, I've got some the first bit of liquid, first bit of juice. Oh, I see what's happened. This is the oil here. This is the slag.
What do you call?
It's
You're
a
in
mi- it's a
his
mi-
house.
It's a mining term. Look what's coming out. This is amazing.
Oh, wow.
It's nut matter. and liquid juice, which is now dribbling through a sieve. Hey, Baz, do you want some of my slag?
I'm intrigued by your slag.
Try that. It smells amazing. I think we found a new snack, boys.
Oh my.
That is amazing. So what I was going to say was, there is no point in having one of these in the kitchen. This must be a manufacturing thing, because the cost of the inputs relative to the price you pay for oil, you need to be buying it in absolute huge volumes. I take it back, because now you have a byproduct that, if you can find a use for it, might fetch more than the cost of this. And all of a sudden I am thinking, if you did have, I think it would have to be quite a high-end expensive restaurant, you could be putting your own stuff through here. Pumpkin seeds, sesame seeds. I can hear that it's changed. Should we switch it off?
We're out of nuts.
Not sure what I was expecting from peanut oil.
All the stuff we buy and all oil we buy has been through many, many other processes. There's an amazing book by Henry Dimbleby, and one chapter they look at is all the ingredients in like a egg mayo sandwich. And you think egg, mayonnaise, bread. But even some of those ingredients, like the rapeseed oil that goes into the mayonnaise, is a hugely ultra-processed food. We don't think of it as an ultra-processed food, but it's been through many processing techniques to make it clear.
Let's try some.
It's very tasty.
It's nut oil.
A bit like doing a stir fry or starting off a curry dish in coconut oil, and it gives that amazing flavour. Do it with sesame oil, you get that amazing flavour. Peanut oil is going to give you that same rich roundness, and it's slightly toasted because of the 200-degree grinding shaft.
I heard it. It does have that toasted element to it, which takes it to another place, and is really, really great. To then cook in that, I think would be really exciting.
Enough nutting. Should we get seedy?
Let's do a quick seedy one.
Now the question is, how much seed to oil is the ratio, and what does our slag look like?
We've got sesame slag.
And that's more like a pick and mix kind of variety. Look at the size of that. It's not quite as...
Is it wetter?
It's not holding together in coils.
Oh, yeah, true.
But I bet it still tastes great sprinkled over a noodle dish. Season that up with a bit of salt, a little bit of crushed seaweed, like nori sheets, maybe a little togarashi.
Yeah.
And you've got an incredible topping for a noodle dish. Should we try our slag?
Yeah.
Ow, that's hot.
Not as good as the peanut slag. Oh no. All right, they're all in.
Ooh. It looks a bit like aquafaba, doesn't it?
It does.
It looks more oily.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But I guess sesame oil is something that we do more often cook with than peanut oil.
It's definitely more oily. The oil is much tastier than the slag.
Yeah, that is pure sesame oil. I know that sounds silly as a description. That is pure sesame oil with a slight toasting. I say you could potentially take that to a higher temperature and you'd get a bit more of the toasty aroma.
Perhaps, as it's going through there, you could throw other things in. What happens if you throw a star anise to go in? What happens if you throw some cinnamon sticks?
Yeah.
You get kind of a little bit of a spice going through into the toasted sesame oil. I wonder.
Let's talk price. How much do you reckon that is?
190, maybe more, 220.
230.
252.
Still a lot for a compact bit of kit.
But if it's what you need, then you're going to buy it.
And I don't know any other bit of kit that does it.
No.
So boys, are you impressed? Are you going to slag it off?
I am very impressed.
Very impressed.
Brilliant. Next gadget.
Yep.
Is there even a cloche?
It's camouflage.
So many levers.
Just lift it.
Ta-da!
Okay, it's two separate things.
Yeah.
This one feels threatening.
An interesting word. And then there's this one, which is like more angry.
Oh, that one's pinchy.
Pinchy, but not
What?
like not that pinchy.
That's an image.
You just live to be gift.
To be clear, there are no blades in this machine.
No, I did check that before I started pigeon.
These are Ballsy steamed bun maker.
Steamed bun.
This steamed bun maker makes production of steamed buns easier than ever. This kit will hollow out the bundo, leaving it ready to be filled before closing with the second tool. The first instrument is to create the shape and then to fill it. The second is to pinch the top with 9 ridged edges at the top. So you get that perfectly formed bao bun.
Do you know what? These particular, often with like a sweet pork filling, I've only ever bought them frozen and steamed them because fiddly to crimp.
Yeah.
Right, shall we take a bow?
Let's. Take a bow.
Let's do it. Let's get a production line going.
Okay, you've got your wonderful bao bun dough and a mushroomy mixture to fill it. Get started.
So I guess we've got to flour the...
I think flour the table because you're going to need to like take small balls out of your big ball. Right, let's give it a go.
right, how much do we need?
I'm going to make this number up, 40 grams.
40 grams, perfect. About that.
A bit less, I think. But we'll see,
So
let's
do
try
you
that.
not think you should roll it out at all? Just pop it in?
I don't know.
Squeeze
I think
it
just put it in as a ball.
Put it in as a
Should
ball.
do the rest, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was kind of expecting to pop over the edge. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We might need more, but it's done a pretty good... No, it's not.
Right, let's try again.
Hang on, I've had a thought. More purchase.
Thing is, we have to change our expectations with these gadgets because the ones we have for consumers come with instructions. You expect them to work first time out of the box. These are designed for the pros, so they
know what they're doing.
Exactly.
Right, let's try the next one. Now again, I think this is commonly more of a sticky stewed meat dough. I don't know if we're doing this right, but should we try it? Oop, 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 oop.
Pinch it off.
Oh! Oh! For a first go,
Looks good, doesn't it?
decent.
Good crimping, I would say not the best plunging. I couldn't pinch that off any better and more even. Certainly to get the 9 crimps, and 9 is traditional, right?
Yeah, apparently so. Something to an amateur, nearly impossible to do yourself.
Yeah. I
Well,
remember-
you say that, I'm going to do one by hand. No, I mean, I can't even remember how to do it. So look, even without a machine, you can do it by hand. But it looks a bit different, doesn't it?
It does.
What's interesting is it's a really active dough that it's continuing to...
But by doing that, are you tightening it every time, Ben?
Yeah.
Right.
I think the mix is a bit wet as well, to be fair. And again, traditionally this would be a stickier mix, but should we...
Yeah.
I mean, they're not bad. Should we give them a steam?
Let's steam them.
Now these will rise, so leave plenty of space around them. 4 in there is possibly even too many. Let's see what happens. Whilst those steam, and they'll need a fair while to cook the dough through, yet again, something that none of us need. But if you're serving steamed bao that are shaped with filling like that in a restaurant, maybe 3 to a portion, and you've got 20 tables you want them, you're going to need a setup like this.
Yeah. 60. Pow, pow,
Bow, bow.
bow, bow. Better. We got buns, hun.
Nice.
Yeah.
I would say it's possibly more about our dough. We've followed the recipe we've used a lot before, but I think it's quite active, so it carried on kind of expanding. It hasn't crimped perfectly. So I wouldn't say they're great, and I'd still rather buy them. But I think that's probably more on us, because the actual machine did the crimping well.
It's the uniform nature of them that you'll never get at home without one of those machines.
Oh. Actually.
Yeah? What are your thoughts on the machine overall?
It definitely feels like one of those machines that you need a bit of practice.
Yeah.
You need to have your recipe dialed in.
Yeah.
You need to have your filling dialed in. And once you've got that, and you've got a production line set up, I think you'd be bashing them out all day long.
Yet again, another pro kitchen gadget that absolutely no need for in any of your lives or ours, probably, but fascinating to have a play with and see.
Yeah. Quickly then, cost-wise.
I'm guessing it comes as a pair.
Yeah.
Okay.
100 quid each. No, 140 quid each, 280.
Ooh. It's the first piece of kit that isn't motorised today.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's still sturdy and proper, and everything's got screws and Allen keys, and it's not user-friendly, but for that reason it's durable, I would imagine.
I was thinking 200.
142, cheapest yet.
Just 70 quid each.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're churning these things out, you'd probably make up that cost in a week in labour alone.
I've got a question for you.
Ooh.
Is the crimping ain't easy? Or bow chicka wow wow?
The latter, no, I'm not doing it.
Well, that's just their thoughts. What do you think? Also, are there any other kitchen gadgets, crazy ones that we should be looking at? Comment down below.
Size doesn't matter, we'll ship anything.